Welcome back to another episode of the Ready Set podcast. My name's Ricky.
My name's Angus.
And I'm John. What's up, guys?
All right, so we're talking about racism.
Ooh.
Have we ever been victims of racism?
So just to be clear, it's not a systemic racism. We've all been part of that because of the white people. They own everything. But we're talking about direct racism.
Yeah. Anyone ever said you're a Chinaman? I think that's pretty old school.
I haven't really heard that one before. Like, I personally haven't experienced any sorts of like directed racism to me, which I feel pretty lucky for. But sometimes like my friends would joke and call me like a chink or something like that. Yeah. You know, my eyes are really small, so they like make fun of that a lot.
Oh,
yeah. Actually,
are they like white guys or what?
No. Most of them are Asian guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
But that's not really racism. If it's like black people calling the other black people
Is it racism? I think it is.
I don't know, actually. Yeah, it could be because, like, yeah, I got made fun of my eyes a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Shoot, so they do this?
Yeah. One of my friends are saying, like, I should dress up as Brock for Halloween. Actually,
Oh, yo, that's kind of messed
Oh,
up.
that's a good one, though.
That's actually pretty good.
can you guys see it? Can you guys see it? I just need a green vest.
Yo, that's kind of
Especially
funny.
like, so to get your tan, yeah, I can see that.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was, like, a most common thing I heard before from my friends.
Is that hurtful
my
for you?
God.
I think at first it was.
Yeah.
But
How old
then
were you?
this was probably, like, high school days. Like,
Okay.
maybe 13 to, like, 18, 19.
Kinda
It was hurtful in the beginning. I'd be like, oh man, why are these guys making fun of me? But I kind of accepted it. Like, it's me, so I can't change that fact. And once I accepted it, I just like play along with the jokes, you know?
Okay, so I have a question for you. Sometimes you just play along with the joke, right? But does it internally still hurt you? Because I know some people, I've done it too, is sometimes I just play along with the joke. It's
Right.
better than like being upset about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because when you're upset about it,
There's nothing you do. And
they
go
might,
harder.
you can't, they might go harder or they call you a pussy. And they might even bash you even more. So it's best to just play it off and be like, oh, I'm like the fun guy. I like to joke around. But internally, does it still affect you a little bit?
Right now, it doesn't. I even make fun of myself often. Like, I'll start it off. I'll be like, yeah, my eyes are small. But definitely back then, it was something that, like, even though I played along, it would be like, oh man, this sucks. Like,
Yeah, it still affects it.
no, not anymore.
No, not anymore, but back then.
Back then, it still affected me. Yeah. When I first started like playing along, then I'll be like, oh man, why are they making fun of my eyes
Right.
again?
Nothing you can do. So then, do you remember how long ago was it until you finally like not feel hurt?
I want to say maybe when I like second year of university.
Oh,
Yeah, that's when
so
I
like
was
in your
like
early
kinda-
20s.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of when I was just like, you know, it's just who I am. It's my friends. We're just having fun. So
Are they really your friends if they're bashing you like that?
they are.
Okay.
They're just that's just how we do. Like, we roast each other all the time. But especially me though, because of my eyes. Like, I'll hear every single Halloween they'll be like, John, you gotta dress up as Brock.
Yeah, like okay, so this is the thing. It's kind of within our group actually, is I like to joke around a lot, and I think that enabled me to become an easy victim.
Oh, like the
So-
blunt of the joke.
Yes, the blunt of the jokes, right? And I get it.
Mm.
Sometimes you throw like you roast each other, it's fine. Like I do that to myself. I do that to a couple of my friends. Like whoever I'm very close with and I know they can take a joke, I'll do it.
Yes.
But I don't like constantly do it, right?
Same person.
Yeah, same person all the time. Like you're bullying. That's just straight up bullying.
Yeah.
That's bullying.
then-
Yeah.
I realized that if you put yourself as a joke all the time, that's just your friend's go-to.
Right.
And then it actually started affecting me. I realized I'm like, oh, I'm just being upset because of nothing. But after like many years, I was like, oh shoot, I actually don't like this.
it actually takes a toll on your
Yeah,
relationship
it
because
takes-
it'll slowly foster resentment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes.
what happened. And I actually messaged a couple of the guys in the group. I'm like, hey, is it because I let you guys joke around so much you think it's okay to like say this all the time? Like, do you actually think I'm like this? And then they're like, no. It's like, no, we're just playing around. Like, okay. I'm like, you guys need to tone it down. Because I'm like, I'm starting to, like, it's not even becoming a joke anymore because it's the same joke all the time.
Yeah.
It's not You need something new.
It's just annoying.
It's
yeah,
annoying.
yeah, yeah.
You need
yeah.
something new. Like come up with something else. Like Brock was really good. I like that.
But if he gets called Brock,
Yeah,
single
every
time-
single
Yeah,
time it gets
it got
boring.
old. It got old.
Like be creative, right? And don't do the same joke. And if you're, and the thing is that I don't want to say who it is, but I asked them like, why don't you make fun of yourself? And they're like, oh, they don't want to.
Oh,
So I'm like, oh, so you can make fun of someone else, but not fun of yourself.
Right, right.
I was like, okay, there's a problem right there.
yeah.
yeah,
like-
if you can dish it out, you got to be able to take it. Man.
Yeah.
That's what I
But that's
think.
like an ego thing. Like
Yeah,
they have their own
exactly.
ego and they think they're better than you.
Exactly. So if you have friends doing that, hey man, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Fairness. You have to be equal.
Fair.
We're all equals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. That's the one thing when you were telling me about. I'm like, oh man, but those some friends.
I think
Wow.
at that time I was probably more of the butt end of the joke. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I don't read, so but it started transitioning afterwards. When I started accepting and making fun of myself, then I think they're like, oh, this is not as fun anymore. So then we started like, roasting roasting each other equally and stuff like that.
Do people make fun of you?
I with my group of friends, no, I don't think so. But the only one time I've ever had direct racism was when I was in driving in Richmond. At that time, I had like a rental. No, wait, yeah, it was a rental Jeep. Because my car was getting serviced, so the dealership gave me a Jeep to drive for a few days. And this old guy in a truck cut me off.
Is it white?
Yes.
All right, he's white.
So we were making out like a left turn, and then the old guy cut me off, and then he slammed on the brakes on the red light, and he got out of his truck, and then he did this. He did the fucking eyes.
Nope, he got
Right.
out of his
He got
truck.
out of his
No
truck just to do that. And I was like,
way.
I didn't even do anything to you, man. It was just like out of fucking nowhere.
No
Get out of
way.
Your car and went like even bigger.
Oh, that would have been
I was so shocked. I was like, that came out of nowhere, and,
Yo.
and I don't know. Man.
How did that make you feel, Ricky?
I don't think I was too offended by it, just because
You were
thought that-
shocked.
I was just shocked.
Yeah.
Like I know I have big eyes, so that doesn't.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like-
You have smaller eyes than yours.
so it doesn't affect me, but
Yeah, yeah.
like I don't even know why he did that. It was just
That's
super random.
crazy.
Yeah.
You didn't feel hurt or anything like that?
I didn't feel hurt. I was just
Okay.
surprised that sort of thing happens in this sort of time frame, right?
I'm trying to like think back to when I was younger. If that happened to me when I was younger, I 100% would have got out of my car, man.
Whoa, really? Yeah, yeah,
100%.
Really?
I was very
Especially
angry like child.
Well, now you're just like, whatever.
Yeah, honestly, ever since I started smoking weed, I thought like,
It's more mellow.
yeah, honestly, it turned me into like a super mellow guy. And yeah, I don't really get mad or anything like that anymore. But yeah, back then when I was like early 20s, maybe like high school age, I would have definitely got out of the car.
Oh shoot! Like, so the one thing is that I know during COVID,
Oh,
there's a lot of racism towards Asians.
Oh yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
And then I'm like, that before there was not much racism, and then all of a sudden, COVID happens. Everyone who was racist starts showing their true colors.
True.
And it's basically telling you to go back to your own country. That never ever happened to me because I was like indoors all the time.
Same.
But you'll see that all over news, all over social media. Like people start beating against Asians. Start calling them out.
Especially like New York or something like that.
Yeah,
It was, like,
dude, that place
that's
is crazy.
crazy.
I think it happened here too. No?
Yeah, there was some old guy that got pushed over by some white dude.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was like right near my place. But yeah, actually that reminds me, you're right. I think around 2021 or something like that, there was still like a little bit of racism with Asians, right?
yeah.
And then I was crossing the street and this white guy, he just like fucking shoulder checked me. I don't know,
What?
we're like crossing in front of each other. And,
What
like,
the
super random.
fuck?
I was thinking, oh, maybe it's like he just does that to anybody. Like maybe this guy has mental issues, right? But I don't know. Like that's super random, right?
That is super random. It feels targeted. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But then again, Vancouver is so ghetto now. Like, it is so sketchy.
Yeah.
Bro, Yale Town and downtown, my God. You'd find poo on the floor.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you
It's
serious?
nasty. Like, I would walk to work and I would see, like, freaking leftovers
I'm
on
sure
the
it's
floor.
like that dog.
No, it was
It was human poop.
human poop. You can tell when it's human poop. It's freaking nasty. It's ghetto, and you have weird people on the SkyTrain. they're not even racist. They just swearing at everyone, calling you slurs.
That's like a mental issue.
Yeah, that's a mental issue.
facing.
It's just it's ghetto. But like,
It honestly has. Like, I live in Richmond, and honestly, before when I was living in Richmond, I thought Richmond was really nice,
Yeah.
peaceful, and everything like that. But once the SkyTrain started being built, that's when I started seeing like the homeless people coming into Richmond.
Wow.
because they could go in for free.
Yeah, they just ride it all the way down, you know. And there's this park near the McDonald's on number 3. Fun fact, it's actually the first McDonald's in Canada.
Oh.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, that's the first McDonald's in Canada. But across that McDonald's, there's this park, and there was like, I started seeing tents one day. I was like, what?
Oh,
What's going on?
no.
Tents are
Yeah.
coming in. But what they ended up doing is they moved this tent to this building behind the park. Now they're like all camped up there.
What?
Yeah.
So there is a homeless camp in Richmond.
There is.
No
It's
way.
unofficial, but if you go to the building behind the park, it's like there's like this. It looks like a floor hockey rink,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and behind it, there's where all the tents are right now.
No.
Yeah, there's like 10
way.
tents there or something like that.
Yeah, for like people in Vancouver, like the tents was happening in Chinatown. It's always in Chinatown, but now it's like it's
They're spreading.
freaking crazy.
Wait,
Yeah.
are there any Asians in that tent?
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly like feel a little scared to walk there because
Oh.
It's scary. It's bringing ghetto.
it's a little scary.
It's kind of sketch.
And my friend one time forgot to lock his car. He lives actually right next to this building.
Oh.
He forgot to lock his car, and they went in and took everything. I'm talking about everything, man. They took his dash cam, they took his gum, they took his cologne, like they took everything.
Guess they can resell it for,
Yeah.
for some
Yeah.
stuff, dude. That's crazy. But back to racism. Do you guys? Okay, so here's the thing. Do you think we're too sensitive when it comes to racism? Like we're any little bit we get triggered? Because I think racism, like racist jokes, like some good ones, are actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
to say some are pretty funny.
As long as it's an original, right? Like something that
original.
I haven't heard before.
Yeah, like if someone was just tell me a joke like, "Hey, you're gonna order like dog or something," I'd be like, "Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
That is
Overplayed.
It's overplayed.
That's
Yeah.
distasteful.
That's
just
it's not good. It's like be more creative. Like like the Brock one is pretty good.
Yeah.
Dish out something new.
Yeah, like if you're very creative, and I think it's like wow, I start laughing. I'm like, hey,
Kudos.
Yeah, like I
kudos to you,
mean,
man.
if
That
a
was good joke.
comedian was to say like a racist joke, I think there's no issue with that. He's just trying to be funny, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's not personal or anything.
So like, okay, so I told this. So I told this like joke at work, and I was a bit hesitant because I'm like, oh, because my workplace is very very sensitive.
Right.
And this is our manager. You know, she's born in India, so I was like, okay, how about I'll type it to you and you say it. And she even told me it wasn't even racist at all. So I'm gonna say it. So
Let's say it. Let's hear it.
So, what do you call Indian masseuse?
No idea.
I don't know.
Rub deep.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
I actually like when I first heard it, I laughed so hard. Like it's pretty
That's
good.
pretty good.
And
That's
like, is that racist? I don't know. Like I think that's
I don't know.
I don't think so. But for people who think it is racist, like I think you're a bit too sensitive, man. And I think it's really. What if you're calling people out that they're not even part of your race?
Oh, so at my workplace, it's a lot of white people.
Yeah.
And once in a while, they're telling a story about an interaction they had, as a lot of our customers are Asian, right?
Mm.
I mean, people of all backgrounds, but let's say, for example, if they're telling a story and it involves an Asian person, they'll say it with a Chinese accent. And so if it's like a good accent,
It's kind of good.
it's pretty good.
It's really
but
good.
if you're making like a really bad accent, it sounds racist.
Okay, give me a bad Chinese accent.
If their like inflection is like, oh, I don't know, or some fucking
Okay.
bullshit like that makes me mad.
Okay,
I'm like
that's
that's a bad
that's like-
accent.
Borderline offensive.
Yeah,
Like,
that makes me mad.
borderline.
Okay,
Almost.
what's
it's
a good
almost
one?
there.
Like,
I don't know.
like,
Like
really, like,
Russell Peters when he did the tap some bong joke. Oh my god, that was a golden joke. Do you guys know that one?
no, I don't.
No.
You guys don't know that one?
No.
He was just like, he was just like talking to somebody in the crowd, and he's like, "What's your name?" He's like, "Anthony." "Anthony? What's your Chinese name?" And then he said something. He's like, "Tap some bong" or something like that. I don't know. I forgot, but it was really good.
Yeah, I think so. Like, what if they had the perfect accent?
If they had a perfect accent, then I think it was okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be funny.
Work on your accents, white people.
Yeah.
If it's like a really bad accent, it just sounds offensive.
Yeah, yeah,
It sounds like you're ridiculing.
yeah. But if your accent is dead on, like I thought you were a Chinese person, it's kind of good. 'Cause
Yeah,
then you're
it makes it
more-
funnier. Actually.
Yeah, because you're actually really impressed. You impress people, and they're like, "Holy crap, that is actually really good."
I agree.
Yeah, I love it when people can do.
But a lot of my white coworkers, that when they make like an Asian accent, it sounds offensive. I don't like really call them out on it just because like
You
I'm
guys
a
are
little
friends?
bit, well, a little bit of that, but also I'm a little bit on the bottom of the totem pole. No, I don't want to call them myself.
Politics. So
Office politics.
politics 101. So if you have someone that's more senior than you and it makes a racist joke, you don't say nothing. All right.
I'll be like, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, you laugh.
You play
laugh
along.
with- You play along. You laugh about it, and you're like, "Wow, that was really funny."
Yeah, hey, good one.
and then after that, they'll keep saying it to you,
And then secretly, I'm like, this fucking piece of shit.
and then you have resentment.
So I guess we're thinking like accents are a little bit hit or miss,
It's a hit or
depending.
miss.
Is it hit or miss? Yeah.
Well, what other things do you guys find like offensive?
For me, it's very hard to for me to find things offensive. Like if it's bad Chinese accent, it's not even funny. Like the dog ones, like very stereotypical Chinese stuff. It's not really funny unless it's something I never heard before. Right?
Right.
Yeah, like for me, my bar is pretty low. I'm not. I guess this might be a trigger word, but I'm not that sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can take a lot of jokes, as long as it's funny. I'm fine.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I'm on the same boat as you. As long as it's not like personal and like toxic, then honestly, I'd be pretty cool with it. I wouldn't be phased at all.
Yeah, same. I don't really care for like, I don't know. It just doesn't really affect me the same way.
I think it's just because people in our generation tends to be a bit more, we're chill, man. We really don't care. Most of the people. Anyways. It's just that we're not as sensitive because we kind of grew up with all these words and all these things that's been saying to us. Like when you were young in high school, they said it was Brock. Over time, you kind of grow out of it, right?
Yeah.
But I think now it's because we really push on like make you feel safe all the time.
Yeah,
Any tiny little thing that doesn't make you feel safe, it's like a red flag. Like you slam on the red button.
Yeah, pitchforks and like
everything.
mobs
like,
come.
Now, like we're a bit too sensitive. We don't develop a thick skin. I think it's very important to have a thick skin because that actually helps you get further in life, right? You can't let someone trigger you and get emotional and just like shut down. You learn to take a joke. If it's not even a good joke, just say, not that funny.
Yeah.
Or just laugh about it because of politics.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, that was great.
Yeah, and then walk away.
And then walk away.
People need to learn to dissociate. Right?
Yes. You need to learn how to dissolve the situation, right? Don't just like cry.
Escalate or cry, defeat.
Yeah, but hey, I had something, but I forgot. But anyways, it's okay. I think we're about time anyways. We can end it there.
We'll end it there.
Yeah, so if you like this podcast, give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification button. All the socials is in the description below in the link tree. Just click on that. You'll see YouTube, IG, Spotify, all that good stuff. Put in the comments, do you think that it's... you know what? Tell us as your racist joke.
We'll tell you if it's okay or not.
Yeah, we'll tell you if it's okay or not. But do you think that we're getting a bit too sensitive when it comes to racist jokes? Do you think it's, a little bit is fine?
Mm-hmm.
Let us know your best racist jokes. Yeah.
And please be original. Like we've all heard of
The dog ones.
the dog ones. How do you name your kid? You throw pots and pans upstairs. Like it's all like
What?
boring.
You haven't heard of that one?
No. Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Like if how do you name your Chinese kid? You throw pots and pans down the stairs. It goes bang, bing, bang, or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I've heard it already. So
Oh, okay.
I want something new.
Give us a new one.
Yeah. Don't just Google it. Make it up.
Yeah, make it up.
Be original.
Yeah, so if you enjoy this podcast, just tune in and hope you enjoy this episode, and we'll see everyone on the next one.
See ya.